You're watching ChillyBoy Productions. I'm Larry ChillyBoy Chilson, and this is my ranking for all of the LGBTQIA plus films that I saw in 2021. Now, before I get into this ranking, make sure to go ahead and click that subscribe button down below so that you can chill with me on each and every one of my latest videos. The amount of LGBTQIA plus content has certainly jumped up over the past several years. I know I have definitely felt a little bit more seen, a little bit more represented on both the big and the small screens, and hopefully that starts to really make more headway in mainstream filmmaking because as you'll notice with this list here, stuff that is purely focused on queer characters in the forefront, it's still mainly an indie type of game. Once we start getting into that mainstream, particularly again in film, well, background characters, casual mentions are still the norm. For this ranking, obviously, I can only rank the films that I saw. That means if I didn't catch it, if I didn't know about it, if it wasn't available, then unfortunately it will not be included here on this list. And I'm sticking to films that either primarily focus on queer issues, and that is the thematic content of the film. It focuses on the community, or we have a very clearly queer person in the lead. They play a significant role, and it's known. It's just a part of who they are as a character. It's not hidden away in any type of fashion. That does mean I won't be including films such as The Mitchells vs. the Machines, which it is kind of revealed that Katie is part of the community and she is the lead character of the film. However, that's not really established firmly until the very end of the film. It's not a central part to her character or really acknowledged as part of her character for the majority of the runtime. So I don't really think it qualifies fully as a queer film to include here. But after all of that, it left me with 9 films to rank and discuss here today. So let's go ahead and cut out all this chit chat and get to the ranking. So coming in at number 9, aka dead last, I have Ma Belle, My Beauty. Now this is one I saw at Sundance. I am including it. It has an official poster. Not really sure when that wide release is coming out. It is a French film, and I thought it was just okay at best. It was actually probably one of my least favorite films from Sundance this year. It just really was, first off, a bit of a snore. It just drags along. It doesn't say anything new, and I didn't really find the characters all that likable. I thought the character decisions were really kind of annoying. So, this is a viewing experience. I didn't love Ma Belle, My Beauty, and it was my least favorite of the queer films 2021. At number 8, I have Joe Bell. Now, right off the bat, it's already kind of strange that we have a film about a real life gay boy, teenager who commits suicide, and the film decides to name itself after and focus more heavily on his father and his father's journey. It once again relegates the queer identity to a supporting character, a fairy godmother, literally in this case, character. And then to cast Mark Wahlberg, who has had a very, very problematic past with the LGBTQIA plus community. And from what I can find, I did look into it, hasn't really come forward to speak in favor of the community, to renounce his actions of the past. To cast him in this role was a wrong move for me. The film itself is fine. It is touching enough. It does what it sets out to do mostly. Film regarding queer subjects aimed squarely at straight people has a lot of problematic issues right from the jump, but as a film itself, it's just kind of there. At number 7, I have Everybody's Talking About Jamie. A fun film. I have never seen the stage production, but I thought this was fun. A lot of our singing, not the greatest. I will say that. The acting was fine. The musical numbers were a lot of fun. It's cute. I think a little drag queen coming to his own. The drag number was fun, and Richard E. Grant always aces. At number 6, I have Single All the Way. So I did a reaction actually to both this and Everybody's Talking About Jamie. If you want to see me watching these films in real time and get my actual reactions as I watch, go ahead and check those out. But I enjoyed Single All the Way quite a bit more than I had originally anticipated. It's not my kind of movie. I'm not a Christmas person in general, not a rom-com person. Combining those two things, yeah, you have to add that queer element to get me to tune in. Let's just be very honest about that. And it's fun. Our leads have chemistry. Jennifer Coolidge, amazing, as she always is. There are some genuine laughs here. I had a good time with Single All the Way. It doesn't make it further up the list just because it's not really my kind of movie, so I didn't like it as much as I liked these others, but it's a good time. Again, at number 5, I have I Carry You With Me. I believe this is technically a 2020 release. However, it didn't release into theaters near me until 2021, so here it is on the list. It was an interesting film. It was semi-documentary, autobiographical storytelling. We had actual men in the film who were giving the recounts of their story of immigration. And in honesty, I think it works best as an immigrant story to show the hardships of what it's like to be an immigrant and move and making that decision, not being able to visit your family. It was really, really eye opening in a lot of ways on the difficulty of leaving your homeland. Again, I think the actors had great chemistry for the younger versions of our leads. It does go a bit wayward in the second and beginning of the third acts. You can really start to feel that runtime, if I'm being honest. And that's really what detracts it from moving up even further on the list. But it's an impactful film that I'm glad I saw. One that needs to be seen in honesty, particularly within our community, to understand that immigration experience that I think gets so lost in the queer discourse. Coming in at number 4, I have I Care a Lot. This one is included because our lead is in an out and proud lesbian relationship. It is not hidden, it's established early, and it actually serves as some pivotal character moments for her. But oh, what a devilishly good time this was. There wasn't a good character amongst the entire cast, but wow, did these actors sell it? Rosamund Pike, amazing. Chris Messina, just woof. That's all I'll say there. Isaac Gonzalez was a delight. Peter Dinklage killed it. I was angry for about 90% of this runtime. It just made me very mad, but that was the point. That was the purpose. Everybody did what they were supposed to do. And I appreciate a film like this. Our character just living her life. It isn't the pure focus of the film. And it actually was a shock to me. I didn't realize that we were getting that sort of representation in I Care a Lot. So there's a lot to love here. And yes, the devilish side of me certainly did. Coming in at number 3, I have The Dance of the 41. Now, this has gotten really not great reviews. They're quite divided, but I really enjoyed this film as I watched it, to be honest. All of the acting here is great, really top tier stuff. The actors had wonderful chemistry, particularly, again, our two leads. I really felt their chemistry. And the script does a fabulous job of building up this scenario so that when it hits, when we get to the Dance of the 41 at the end of this film, the emotion rings so true. That final scene is absolutely devastating here, sold beautifully in the acting. I was intrigued by the plot structure. I was informed on a piece of pivotal queer history from Mexico that I thought was amazing to learn about in this type of way. Didn't like our main character, and I can certainly understand that. The way he treated his wife was shady than a mug, and well, that's why y'all ass got taken down, to be honest. But I like when bad character traits lead to consequences, though I didn't really like it here because it was all rooted in bigotry. Once again, it just really showed that complex nature of having to hide who you are and having to live that double life. And, you know, once again, it's a great reminder of where we've come from and what those that came before had to endure so that I can wear a shirt like this and feel free to do so. But I thought it was a lush, beautiful period piece that really did touch me. And I had a great time with it leading up to the big explosion. So I enjoyed Dance of the 41, and it makes it all the way up to number 3 on this list. In my runner up position, at number 2, I have Supernova, another film that I believe technically was eligible for the award season of 2020. This was not released here until early 2021. I even got an advanced screener for this film, and I did not get that screener until January of 2021. So it's getting included. The film is completely held down by amazing performances from Colin Firth and Stanley Tucci, two straight actors who are no stranger to playing gay roles. Oh, but they have amazing chemistry. It's a really small, heartfelt film about dementia and love. And the script is really beautiful. It's expertly crafted. You are drawn into this intimate setting. As we get to these moments of just heartbreak in their story, you feel it. She particularly, I thought, was the standout performance here. Oh, he's amazing. There's not much to say because it's such a small film, but it packs so much emotion, just raw emotion, into this intimate setting that I was completely engrossed as I watched. Well, then, coming in at number 1, my pick for the best LGBTQIA plus film of 2021 is Flee. Flee is an animated documentary about immigration yet again. Immigration was a key theme here in 2021, rightfully so, because it needs to be discussed more heavily in our community and at a cultural level at large. But Flea, as an animated documentary, was able to keep our main subject anonymous as he requested, while still giving us that vocal work and telling the story in an interesting, riveting fashion. Once again, I believe that the immigration aspect is the highlight. It is the meat to the story itself, to the narrative. Watching these refugees fleeing for their lives into a hostile country to non-white immigrants was really tense, edge of your seat stuff. Then you add on top of that the queer element, the coming out, the accepting yourself as a person of color, immigrant, is all that more stressful. And the light on a community who is getting it from all sides. The animation matches the tone of the film. The narration itself, as a documentary, is beautifully handled. The subject matter and story are absolutely enthralling. So without question, without a doubt, my pick for the best queer film of 2021 is Flee. That is it. That is my ranking for the 9 LGBTQIA plus films I watched in 2021. I want to hear all your thoughts on these films and my list, but more importantly, I want to hear your lists. How would you rank all of the queer films you saw in 2021? Let me know either in the comment section down below, or you can hit me up on Twitter. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit that like button down below and subscribe to the channel so that you are always up to date on all of my latest videos. I love you all so much for your continued support. Mwah! Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.